Hi, I'm Chef Kearse. I'm here from Richmond, Virginia, and I'm here to prepare something special for you guys tonight to make date night. I'm gonna prepare a signature lamb chop with asparagus and a sweet potato mash. Alongside with that would be a stuffed shrimp, and for dessert, strawberry cheesecake. Hope you guys tune in, stick close, and let's get started. Get this marinade going for the lamb. This is a chimichurri marinade. That's one of my personal favorite marinades for me. Whether you want to use it for lamb, steak, chicken, it's one of them things that go with anything. So to get right started into this, we're gonna do about a cup of parsley, roughly. Just drop it in your food processor. Get that going. Then from there, I'm gonna do a little bit of mint. Fresh mint, always fresh ingredients. Fresh ingredients are always the best ingredients to use. That's one of my personal things I like to do. A couple cloves of garlic, about 3 cloves of garlic. We're gonna drop that in the food processor as well. About a teaspoon of oregano. Drop that in. A simple marinade to make. You want to get everything kind of in, your food processor. And once you got everything in, you just go to town with it. We're gonna drop about a teaspoon of crushed red pepper in that, teaspoon of salt, another teaspoon of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of ground cumin. Once we add that, then we're gonna come behind it with 1 cup of olive oil, 3/4 of a cup of red wine vinegar. Got it. Now that we got all that in, we'll drop this on the food processor. Then we're gonna hit a little mix. Oh man, I wish I could smell that. I'll hit it a little bit, let that set for a second. Now, with your lamb, you just want to go back over it with a little salt and pepper. Nothing too much, kind of light. Let the marinade do all the work. A little pepper. I like to do it on both sides, so flip it over. Back over it again. A little salt. Alright. Then you want to take your marinade, take your lamb, drop it in a Ziploc bag. I'll set this to the side, let them flavors work on it for a little bit. Let's get it. Another. A good stir. A lot of times you can eat this straight like this. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna let our lamb sit there. We're gonna save some for our garnish at the end. Like to do kind of Ziploc that. You might want to do 2 Ziplocs because sometimes when the lamb bones feel a little sharp. Wow. Got a massage. Got a massage. Massage. Never mind. Okay. Now that that's marinating, we'll set this in the fridge for a second. We'll be right back. So now that we have set our marinade for our lamb and got that in the refrigerator, just sit there for about 20-30 minutes and let them flavors really work into your lamb. We're gonna get started on our cheesecake, man. I'm using cheesecake tarts, something that's quick for you guys to make on a quick little date night, you know, so it takes out some of the work. But what we're gonna get started with now is making our cheesecake batter for the tarts. So follow me along while we get started on this. What we're gonna use is 2 packages of 8 ounces cream cheese. I prefer Philadelphia, but use what you have. Sometimes they want to open for you, sometimes they don't. We're gonna go right into your mixer with that. Second pack of cream cheese. Straight into the mixer. That off. Since I'm only using 2 packs of cream cheese, I'm only gonna go 1/2 cup of sugar. 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Had to get that a little once over. Now, important, add your eggs 1 at a time. Never 2 at a time, never all at once, 1 at a time. One egg. Let that work. We'll go right back with another egg. So, I like to save a little time in the kitchen when I'm doing date night, so just prepare the shells are kind of good to have them around. You know, it doesn't take as long to cook, especially when you're doing a little date night. You might not want to hold the cheesecake, but the little tarts are nice for it. So I'm going to let this mix for a couple minutes. Nice and smooth, really smooth. Mix this down a little bit. That down. Back up. Funny things I like to make. I've been making the funny thing about cheesecake. I've been making this for a long time. One of my first desserts I ever made. Need it off a little bit. So what I like to do is kind of spoon it into these tarts. Take a little bit. This way you don't overfill it. You get it right in the center without burning up your edges. Only about 2 tablespoons. This is normally all it takes to get it in there. Kind of tap it around a little bit, let it help settle. Much in that one. Scoop some of that out. Go to the center if you're gonna scoop some out. Just like that. You just dance that around a little bit. Smooth them out. Same thing with these other ones. And here's our tarts. Set that over there. Let's give them a little shake. Kind of smooth them out. Just a little bit of a shake. Let them set. Then what you want to do is get these on a foil, on a pan, a sheet pan. Just kind of lay them out. We're gonna put them in the oven for about 20 minutes, just to let the cheesecake set. Once the cheesecake set, we'll pull them out, let them cool. Shouldn't take no more than 20 to 25 minutes, depending on your oven, whether you're using gas, electric, all kind of range. So around 20 to 30 minutes max. So we just finished up doing our lamb. We got our cheesecakes in the oven. They're setting right now. We're going to start on our appetizer now, which is our crab stuffed shrimp. And what we're going to do first is make the filling. And with that, that's just a small little thing. It's my secret now, but I'm going to share it with y'all because I seem to like y'all. Y'all seem to be pretty good people. So what we're going to do, we're going to do about a quarter cup of mayonnaise. Drop that in there like that, like shoot. Cup of mayonnaise. 1 egg. Like so. Teaspoon of mustard. Okay. 2 teaspoons of Worcestershire. Right on up in there. Another teaspoon of lemon juice. About a good teaspoon and a half. A little Old Bay. So you want to give this a good mix. After that, we're gonna go ahead and add about a half a pack of Ritz crackers. I like original Ritz crackers. It seems to give it a better texture. This way you don't use a lot of stuffing. Breadcrumbs seems to be a little too bready for crab for me. So I like a good Ritz cracker, about a half a pack going in. Stir that up. And I'm gonna do about a pound fresh chunk of crab meat. And I done shifted through this to make sure there was no shells and everything like that. You always kind of want to go through your crab meat, smell your crab meat, make sure it's fresh, make sure it's good. So moving on into, you want to gently fold your crab meat. You never want to use a fork or something like that because it tends to break your crab meat down real fine. So I always like to fold mine in with a rubber spatula. Just gently lift from the bottom, fold it over until it's coated with everything that you got in here. And remember, try not to tear your crab meat out. That's the star of the show. Besides me. And like I said, just fold it in, work it in without tearing it up. Just definitely get it folded in. Crab meat set. We set this off to the side now. Alright, so moving on, we want to prepare the shrimp. But first, before we do that, we're going to bust up some garlic, slice up some garlic. This. Okay, so garlic, the garlic's gonna sit in the butter, so you ain't got really fine chopping. I like to do a little thin slicing when I'm doing that. Nothing too crazy, nothing too major, just keep it clean. Oh, I ain't even getting that with that. All right. Garlic shrimp. Pan's warming. Now, for your shrimp, I like to leave the tail on. But what we're gonna do, y'all can see this, we're gonna get a nice little cut. It's right there. So the shrimp can stand like that. And what we're gonna do is just fill it right there. So I'm gonna lay them out right there for a second. I'm gonna cut up a few of these. My knife looks nasty. So I'm gonna finish getting these cut up for you, and I'll be right back. I think it's about time to check that cheesecake. So we're back now. We're gonna add a little bit of stick of butter to our skillet on low heat. Just kind of let that sit there and melt down. Let the flavor start to work. Right, just like that. Might get a little too high. So with that, I'll add some garlic. Now, while that's working on low heat, what I like to do is stuff the shrimp. Teaspoon works perfect. Anything more than that, man, you're doing too much. So you want to flip the shrimp over. Nice little teaspoon. Kind of fold this tail up over top of it, just like that. Be careful not to tear up your crack. Crab pudding. So while we get these straight, y'all want to do all this on purpose. It's about a teaspoon. That's all you need. Kind of form it on your fork and just let it on your spoon and just let it slide down. Lay that tail over top. Put your little more lined out with the butter slightly warming. Don't want to cook it too fast, and you want to keep that butter on low. But you'll have that sometimes. It'll spill over. All right. Now from here, simply just lift it up gently, lay it in the butter, just like so. Kind of place them around in the pan. It's almost like a butter bath kind of thing. Just like so. Space, kind of slide. Be gentle with them though. And just like that, that's our stuffed shrimp. So what we want to do is bring this up to a little bit, let it get a nice little sizzle on the bottom, and then from there we're going to transfer this to the oven and let it finish off about another 15 to 20 minutes in the oven. Preferably if you got a broiler, but you won't have to wash it if you put it on broiler to get a nice toasted effect to it. We'll be right back as I pop this in the oven. Thank you. So welcome back. We're gonna get started on our sweet potato mash now. So we just pull these out the oven, we put them in the oven for about 30 minutes, let them soften up real nicely. What I like to do now is just split them down the middle, kind of scoop out the filling and set it into a bowl, get it nice and mixed up, and we're gonna reapply it back inside the shell for plating purposes to keep it nice. So what we're gonna do is just kind of cut down the middle. Not too crazy, you don't want to cut it all the way open. Then once you do that, just kind of pop them. When you pop them, come around, scoop, just lay them on out. Just like so. So you want to keep your shell whole. We're gonna come back and use this shell for our plating. Again, press another one. Try not to tear your shell up as best as you can. Lay your shell gently off to the side. So, 3 sweet potato mash, 2 sweet potatoes, about 2 tablespoons of butter. Get them off there. Get them mixed in. About a tablespoon of sugar. Come back with another half tablespoon of brown sugar, a little bit of cinnamon. No more than a half a teaspoon. Once you got all that in, take your masher, work it all in. Kind of work the once you got that mashed, now that's ready. So what we want to do is just take this, take our shell that we already got, bring that back open. Take your filling. This way you make sure you get it all worked in. It's got a good flavor through all of it. All right. So at the end, you should have something that looks like that. And then what you want to do is just kind of go back over it. A little bit of sugar. A little bit of brown sugar, and a little touch of cinnamon. And that's your sweet potato mash. I'll set that off to the side and save that for plating. Now we're gonna move forward. Now that we got that done, we're gonna go ahead and get this lamb going. It's my favorite time, lamb time. Welcome, welcome. So we're back now. We're gonna do this lamb now. And the thing about lamb is a good thing. You know, you don't overcook lamb, but you want to get a good sear on lamb. You know, so the marinade done did its job and work. We're just gonna lay that out on there. Wish I was here to smell it. Oh man, it smells amazing. Let that do its thing. We're gonna leave that there, let that sear. All right. So date night, coming to a conclusion, fellas. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take the shrimp. Pan you look hot, watch out for that. Spin it, keep it safe. What you want to do, scoop underneath. Just kind of gently lay them out. And all I'm doing is just plating. You don't never want to overload your plate. You want to leave a little space in your plate. Just so that everything you have definition. I like to leave the tail on. It's in the romantic setting, you know. Just feed your lady that, or your special someone on the tip. Let's get a little bit of this garlic butter in here. kind of just tilt the pan to the side. And just gently just drop over the top. We'll finish. And there you have it. This will be Chef Kearse stuffed shrimp. Moving on, we're gonna plate our lamb now, our main course. Plating our lamb. Main course, get your nice square plate. Let's get the lamb on, the star of the show. About 2 pieces of lamb is a good serving portion. From there, I'm just gonna lay a few asparagus. With that, just gonna lay him off to the side. Ever so gently. Come back with our chimichurri. Drizzle a little bit on. Just for a finish. There you have it. Lamb sweet potato mash with asparagus. For dessert, a dessert plate. Gently lay him off in the center. Just a little bit, just a little daub on top. Spin it around a little bit. Take some of these fresh strawberries. What I like to do, and there's your strawberry dessert. Well, thank you guys for joining me today. I'm your chef, Chef Kearse. It's been a pleasure cooking for you guys today as we prepared our stuffed shrimp, our signature cheesecake with our #1 winner, lamb chops with asparagus and the sweet potato mash. As always, I'm your favorite chef's favorite chef, so remember to tune in next time. I'll see you guys soon, Chef Kearse. Bye.